Yeah. I know. Madeline. She's so gorgeous. Her voice is so beautiful. She's so sexy. Y'all need to just stop all that. What y'all really need to focus on is this sexy guy right here. I'm talking about Ricard. He is so hot. I just can't get over it. You don't believe me? Watch this. Psych! Anyway, for those playing along at home, I just got finished with a conversation with Rickard on Instagram. Him and I were talking. So excited to see them joining the mighty Moonspell, Oceans of Slumber, and of course Ventersea, our friends Ventersea from the Pacific Northwest, on this amazing U.S. tour. I will be seeing them in Houston May 5th. If you are going to the Houston show May 5th with Ventersea, the wonderful Eleine, and Oceans of Slumber, and the mighty Moonspell, please come find me in the crowd. Come by, get a picture, say hi, and then go buy all the merch for all these bands. They deserve it. Trust me. All right, let's get back to this. This is my Acoustic Sunday reactions. And I found Madeline, I found her vocals with Nano War of Steel. Remember the Dandruff song that Chelsea and I did? And at the end of that song, there was a wise, mysterious gypsy woman with this amazingly rich, powerful voice. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I thought, wow, that's pretty awesome. And then like the next week, I did a reaction to Exercise, the rapper from Sweden, on his song Scars. And there was this woman, and she was singing, and her voice just ripped your heart out. It was so rich and beautiful, but haunting, right? And I'm like, I've seen her before. And then I did my first reaction to Eleine, and I went, oh, unless there are triplets, it's the same amazing singer. And it was. And her voice is one of the best in metal, period. I love Melissa Bonney. I love me some Florianson. I love Simone Simmons. I love so many, Avian from Ventersea. I love so many of these amazing, powerful women. But just like Lauren Babick and just like Melissa Bonney, Madeline has a rich, low-end power tone that literally sounds like she is communicating with you directly. Yeah, can she go high? Can she belt? Yes, but there's something about the richness in her tone that pulls you in, okay? So that is something. Now, here's the thing. We love what they're putting out. Eleine, we did a reaction to We Are Legion, and that was awesome. But then as I was looking through their channel, they have a whole collection of acoustic songs. And Ricard told me the story, and they have an entire EP with acoustic songs. Please check it out, okay? I'll have all of Elaine's information description below. Please check them out. They're also going to be on tour throughout the West Coast, starting in Texas next week. Check them out. Like I said, I've already told you who they're going to be touring with. The reason why I'm really excited about this particular acoustic song, it has a cajon in it. And those of you know, this pepper is sitting on top of a djembe, and right next to it is a cajon that I play all the time. I love cajon and djembe music, and sometimes metal and folk music go hand in hand. If a band does an acoustic metal song correctly, it can be one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. Now, I trust Ricard's musical abilities and his vocal. By the way, Ricard isn't just a better version of Richard, which is my birth name. Okay, it sucks that his version of the first name is better than mine, obviously. And he has a better beard than me. I'm not happy about it. He has more capturing eyes than I do. Okay, whatever, dude. And he's a guitar god. Ugh. And he can really sing. You're driving me crazy, dude. Check all that out. Check out Madeline's amazing vocals, but I want you to pay attention to the cajon player this time. They're percussionist. To play cajon in a metal song, even acoustic, requires a lot of restraint. Why? Well, I'll explain it as we go. Are you ready? You're not, but I'm going to press play anyway. Let's enjoy this together. This is the acoustic version of Ava of Death. This is Eleine. all the stoic goddess level beauty that she is, Rickard is the Loki of this band. He's a giant goofball, and we love him for it. Sorry to stop it, but it is hilarious. They're doing the Dutch windmill made famous by Floor Jansen. Here's the thing. If you go watch the original, the full metal version of this, they're all doing the Dutch windmill. So to do it as an acoustic song is hilarious, but it's still awesome. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. When you see these things, you can't help but go, wait a minute. They're doing the Dutch windmill with the hair, just like in the original metal version, but it's the acoustic version. And it's in slow motion. And Madeline's just standing there like, okay, and these idiots behind me. I mean, she's not saying that. But if you look at her eyes, at some point you got to be thinking to yourself, is she thinking that? Maybe.
Your future is dark, soon filled with regret.
Okay, now you know why I love this acoustic song. Because it's so broken down. Normally in an Eleine song, there's so much musicality, that's a word, and so much musicianship, that's also a word, where there's such a metal sound that the power of Madeline's voice comes through, but not the texture, because there's so much going on. Because it's broken down musically, it allows her voice to have such a texture, such a softness, such an intimacy that you hear every little vibration, every little accent, all of it. And it's so rich, you melt, right? Here's the other part. Remember what I told you about being a cajon player for a metal song is very difficult because you have to hold back. You just heard what I'm talking about. The whole intro of that song, he's having to do this. Oh, and the intro is... As a cajon player or a drummer, if you're playing cajon, you want to do this. You want to do more, but if you do, it saturates the sound. You have to hold back and just do the snare and kick. Snare, kick, 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 kick. Because if you don't, you'll drown out or muddy the sound of all the acoustic guitars and it becomes too muddy and busy. The idea behind a true acoustic breakdown is to give it such a basic tone on the rhythm section. It allows the beauty of acoustic guitars to come out, and especially the vocals. Now, I know I've already talked about the beautiful vocals of the goddess of this band. Don't forget, this joker right here next to me, he's going to show off too. I know it. Let's finish it up.
The plan was to bury us where we stand, to suffocate at last. But we will rise to claim this land. Hear our voice of death. You will not forget this moment in death. Here we stand against the gods of death. By your blood you'll drown. Try and strike us down. You will learn to fear us all.
Look, I know I'm gonna see them in a week in Houston, and I know when they play Ava of Death, it's gonna be so metal, so loud, 118 decimals. Your ears are gonna ring. The crowd's gonna be jumping. There's gonna be such metal power. But I would pay double to hear this acoustically. I mean, wouldn't you? Listen, I mean, yeah, I cannot wait to see this song played metal, but I would pay double, literally, to get to see this acoustic. It's so good. It allows Rickard's vocals to literally shine in ways that when it's full metal sound, he just comes across as just this badass metal, right? But he has such an amazing melodic tone. And this song and the other songs on this acoustic EP literally show that. I know. We look at her and we're like, oh my God, her voice is so beautiful. Do not discount the Rickard. You cannot discount this guy. Because his tone matches up with her tone so much, it gave me goosebumps. I'm going to replay that because it's that good. Seriously, it's that good.
Hear our voice, a battle of death. You will not forget this moment in depth. Here we stand against the gods, a battle of death. By your blood you'll drown. Try and strike us down. You will learn to fear us all. A battle of death.
Dutch windmill in a metal song. Acoustic. Dutch windmill in an acoustic song. Can't say you've ever seen that. Well, yeah, you have. But I think it's on the other acoustic video they did. But it was this man. Just saying.
Our voice travels far beyond this land. We're an army of the damned, bearing the mark of shackled hands. Fear will trap your soul. Darkness will unfold. A battle of death. You will not forget this moment in depth. Here we stand against the gods. A battle of death. By your blood you'll drown. Try and strike us down. You will learn to fear us all. A battle of death.
Show off. Wait, that was her. Look, she did it. So watch with him. Watch with me. Wait, here we go. He's gonna start showing off, and she's gonna go, show off. Watch. Show off. There it is.
You will not forget this moment in depth. Here we stand against the gods. A battle of death. By your blood you'll drown. Try and strike us down. You will learn to fear us all. A battle of death. You will not forget this moment in depth. Here we stand against the gods. A battle of death. By your blood you'll drown. Try and strike us down. You will learn to fear us all. A battle of death.
Shut up. Get out of here. All right. If you're not subscribed, you just click the little button. That's how you do that. I was showing you how to do that. Now, here's the thing. We Are Legion is out. I did a reaction to that. Enemies, please check out Enemies. They do have acoustic versions of a lot of these songs. I don't think they've made one for We Are Legion because it's a new song. Here's the thing. Behind me on this wall, and you really can't see it, there's Dragon Force, Ginger, Sabaton, Bloodywood, Visions of Atlantis, Malevolence. There's so many amazing bands we've gotten to see, okay? This is why I want to show you this, okay? We went to see Dragon Force in Houston last year. And they had Firewind, and they had Visions of Atlantis, and they had Seven Spires in their lineup. This lineup next Friday for us, and this whole tour, is going to be the Mighty Moonspell, which is similar to Dragon Force in how long they've been around, their establishment in metal, and they're bringing along these amazingly beautiful, awesome, powerful, creative bands with them, similar to the way Dragon Force did. When we went to see Dragon Force, he had a pretty good lineup. But the opening band was Seven Spires. And Seven Spires reminds me a lot of Eleine. Dynamic musicianship, creativity, amazing female front vocalist. Now, can Eleine steal the show? Absolutely, because Seven Spires stole the show. Here's the catch. If you were wondering if you should catch this show as it passes through Texas, Arizona, California, and up to Portland, Oregon, and the Pacific Northwest, you should, and this is why. If you love Moonspell, well, you're already in, okay? You win. But let me explain to you the level of amazing bands that are supporting the headliner, okay? Wintersea. Amazing musicianship, creativity, and one of a few women in metal that is a triple threat. That means operatic highs, harsh vocals, and demon screeches. That's Avian, yes. Amazing band. Then you have, well, Oceans of Slumber. And if you've never checked out Oceans of Slumber, wow, what a word. Slumber, they are amazingly creative, metal-wise, metalcore, and their elaborate arrangements. We've done reactions to them. Soulful, amazing female front singer. And then Eleine. Come on. You could go just for the openers, stay for Moonspell, and be like, this is the greatest show I've ever seen. Because every single band in this lineup could be a headliner. Like, any one of the bands in this lineup for this tour is a draw. They're that good. So for this entire leg of the tour, you have 4 bands. Each one of them has the potential and the desire. They're all going to friendly have a competition as to who's going to steal the show every night. Wouldn't you want to be a part of that? I know I would, and I am. May 5th, Houston, Texas, at the Scout Bar. I'm going to be there. It's going to be amazing. All right, so this was my reaction to Ava of Death, the acoustic version. My name is OldSkuleNerd. This is the mighty Eleine. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, check out the description. In the description, I have all the links to Eleine stuff. Check social media for Moonspell, Wintersea, of course, Eleine, and of course, Oceans of Slumber. Get all the information. Get your tickets now. If there's any meet and greet opportunities or VIP stuff, merch packages, anything that might be available throughout, jump on it. Why? Got to support these bands. I mean, a lot of these bands, I know at least one of these bands, it's really their first time coming to the US, and the other ones are kind of regional bands. So when they get to tour across the South and across the country like this, it's a really good opportunity to show them, especially show labels, distributors, producers, that this band is sought after. You want to know how you know that? Think about Malevolence. They opened for Ginger on this last United States tour, and their life is completely different because every night Malevolence stole the show in that entire tour, and now they are they've just announced their headline tour in the UK and Europe, and those boys deserve it. So that's the examples I'm telling all of you. Find these bands that just capture your imagination, like Eleine. Support them. Join me in that, because that's what we're here for. Yeah, I do reactions. Yeah, do I have a YouTube channel? Yes. Does it help in my daughter's medical bills? Yes. That's why it exists. But at the core of it, it's getting amazing bands that get me excited out to as many of all of you as possible. That's the whole job. All right, everybody. And with that, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right there. Big thank you to all my Patreons out there. We appreciate everything you do. If you want more content like this video, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.